gifts.
You got some gifts. Hold on.
Gifts, man.
Let me share this on my main page real quick. You got some gifts. Let's see what kind of gifts he got, y'all.
We got never before seen. We're gonna unveil this on Lavish Journey.
All right, hold on, y'all. About to reveal the gift. Hold on, y'all.
What do we got?
I'm just trying to share it, but it is what it is. It's got to miss out. All right, let's see this gift.
That's for you.
Uh-oh.
That is a custom-made bottle opener with the Colin's Conversations logo made by Twisted Willow Fabrications out of New York. We did an interview with them. We've also worked with Jeremiah Craig, the son of the owner of that metal fabrication shop.
Dope.
And he was doing a bunch of things like that for Jeremiah's music and his YouTube show. And he's like, hey, send me a real basic version of your logo. You know, I want to do something for you. So I was like, oh, sure.
Wow.
Sent him out the logo. A couple weeks later, about like a 10-pound thing of bottle openers show up. And,
Right.
Definitely great. Those are made out of steel, not aluminum.
Really?
So there's like no break in that one. You could open any of your bottles, good to go.
Shout out to Colin for this. You're the first person to give me a gift on the show. I appreciate
I got something better coming for you. We got 1 gram of CBD from EnviroStar Ingredients.
Oh, man.
That was episode, I think, 55, Roxanne Diedrich, the president of that company. They are a leader in water-soluble ingredients, specializing in CBD, THC, among other things like Kraft macaroni and cheese powders, evaporated milks and stuff. But that will 100% dissolve in your water and make you feel good.
You know, that was a really great way to start the show. I love that. Thank you so much for this. And where's this from? The CBD?
That's EnviroStar Ingredients. They don't actually sell CBD. That's kind of just a little sample. They sent me a bunch of sample packs.
Really?
But they specialize in getting you the equipment. So if you wanted to start a business of, you know, I mean, everywhere you go nowadays is CBD.
Right.
You know, I was just at the gas station. They got all the social CBD and all these different things. But they sell a big, it's like $90,000 for the machine to make a water-soluble version of that. So you could put that in water, put it on the shelf. It'll last forever.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for the gifts. This is great, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
I appreciate that.
You spend all your time helping promote people. You know, you got to spread the love.
That's true. The love goes around, man. But you know, I got to start this off with an icebreaker.
Break it up.
Would you rather give up social media or eat the same food every day for the rest of your life?
Social media or that's tough. Can I be Amish and keep social media for work? But not for personal? How they, you know...
No, it can be no social media at all.
I guess I'm going to eat some tacos every day, I guess. Cause, I mean, there's too many opportunities using social media to promote. And, I mean, that's the majority of my business is to help people learn how to promote themselves. So I guess I'll take one for the team and just figure out something good and just eat that.
I like that. Sounds good. And speaking about promoting your business and everything, so let them know what you're about, your business and your marketing.
Colin can help. ColinCanHelp.com. I think I mentioned it earlier. It's hard to remember what was on camera or not. Artists, writers, musicians, small businesses. None of them know how to market. Not none of them, but most people don't know how to market. Especially musicians, content creators, people that you're trying to get famous on the internet or you're trying to make money.
Right.
But you don't know how to promote yourself.
Right.
Most people don't have a website. They think that Instagram is all you need or Facebook is all you need, but every 6 weeks or something you hear a different thing with algorithms, things like that. But with your website, not only are you collecting all the data that they're making billions of dollars off of, but you control what it looks like. You control what's being featured. You control the user experience, and people aren't doing that.
Wow.
A big area that I'm pushing to is musicians. There's a lot of musicians that come through these doors. So
many.
I'm happy to be able to kind of give these ideas out on the shows, particularly because I think a lot of people could actually take these down.
Right.
Every musician needs to have a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they don't is ridiculous. They need a podcast and a website. Reason why. Mm-hmm. Pillar content. If you're already a musician, you're going to have music. You're going to have creative people around you. Yep. All you got to do, like we're doing, set up a microphone, set up some cameras, and record things. Or I was just talking with Zatorius. I always fuck this up. I think it's Kentucky he's out of. Rapper.
Okay.
He had the idea kind of to embrace the Colin Can Help music philosophy of put out singles, but each song should have a podcast equivalent to it.
Ooh, so hold on. You're saying artists should put out a single with the podcast as well?
Right. So kind of like your behind-the-scenes documentary, or if it's a song that's telling a story, kind of tell a similar story or tell the real backstory.
Right.
And then I don't know how you are you still using SoundCloud?
Yeah, I use it. Yep. Shout SoundCloud.
Well, I recommend during this philosophy to use Anchor.fm.
Oh yeah, Anchor is my main one though.
The reason being is because you don't have to have no following, and they'll pair you up with Anchor, at least Anchor as a sponsor.
Yeah. Yep.
So right now, artists are trying to make a living off streaming, which is ridiculous because it's like 0.0004 cents per stream that they're making.
So what's the best way for them to make money then?
So
That's the
with
question.
this, you're still going to put music out on Spotify and iTunes and things like that, but by doing the podcast equivalent and running it through Anchor and putting about a 1 minute ad for Anchor somewhere within this content, so either at the beginning or put it as a mid-roll, you're going to get $10 to $15 per 1,000 streams.
That's not bad.
So you're going from 0.0004 to about a penny per stream.
And
but
okay, keep going. Yeah.
what you're doing there is you're giving extra value content.
Right.
You're giving that behind the scenes. You're giving this whole, like either talk to the people that are the producers or other people that are on the song about the making of the song, or you could take it so many different directions for what you want to do for that background content. But then you're allowing the audience to get the personality of you, not just the music, not just, hey, share my stuff. I hear myself
Keep going.
in my
Keep going. You're
headphones.
good. I was trying to share. Keep going. You're good. Keep going.
But so what you're doing there is you're allowing yourself to really get in front of your personality, opposed to just buy my stuff, check my stuff out, go stream. Like you're just keep telling people, opposed to giving that authentic story. Because content creator, it's all about telling a story. It's all about giving value that other people aren't to set yourself apart.
I agree.
So you put it all out on Spotify like you're doing. You hope to get that 0.004 for the people that just want to listen to the music. But then you're also doing this podcast equivalent, which you do your talk show kind of thing, but then at the end you play that song.
Right.
And if it's a weekly thing, or depending on how much music you have built up, you could do it more often, but that would then allow your regular income plus that. The other component is your website.
Okay.
15 to $25 a month, and artists could have a website with unlimited storage, processing for payments, and have their whole discography available for sale. Why let iTunes or Spotify, whatever, sell your music and you get, I think it's 70%, not bad. Yeah. But sell each song for 50 cents.
Right.
50 cents in your mind, fuck, I got 50 cents in the door of my car all the time. $1 sounds a lot more.
Okay.
It's a paper thing. But if you could get, say, let's do the math easy. That's 10 people to give you 50 cents a song, that's $5.
Right.
It would have taken you like 250 streams to make $4.
So you're going to help artists do that, or you have?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, so you want to help them distribute their stuff, pretty much.
I want to teach them how to give them the platform.
There you go. Okay,
you get with Colin Can Help. We set up the website. We set up, make sure that your social media, you have the same handle on each platform, the same way. You got Lavish Journey everywhere, so that people know that brand identity.
Right.
But then instead of saying, hey, go to Spotify, fuck that. Hey, go to Lavish Journey.
Yeah.
Go to my website.
Yep.
Once you're there, you make sure you have that Facebook Pixel installed. You use that at all yet?
Yeah, it's on there.
Exactly.
Yep. I'm hip.
So, I mean, that way when you're running an ad, when you have that new episode coming out or that new single coming out, you're already got everybody that's coming. If they've been to your website, they're more likely to buy. Target them every day. And that's where kind of having, it's amazing what I could do lately with $1 a day in ad spend on Facebook.
So tell us about that, man. How's that been going for you? With the ads on Instagram, Facebook, and everything.
Worldwide is the word you need to know if you're doing anything with Facebook ads or Instagram ads.
Okay.
You have a worldwide product. This show could be streamed all over the globe.
Yeah.
But so many people with a podcast are focused on just being the #1 Cleveland podcast.
Yeah, buddy.
Which, by the way, you're killing it on Pound Cleveland podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Appreciate
like
it.
60% you, some white girl that I don't think even makes a podcast, but just has like really good photos.
Yeah.
And then I got a little couple sprinkles in there.
Hey, marketing 101.
Exactly. But what that does is for about $5, I'm getting 3,000 to 4,000 likes on a post.
Right.
And you put that out to where if it's you and me on a clip, you're targeting podcasters worldwide, people that like talk shows or whatever the topic is.
Right.
But by doing that, you get that social proof. So if a post that you don't promote gets 20 likes, but you promote a post, put $3 or $4 behind it. I think I made a post. If you wouldn't put $5 behind a post, don't make it.
Right.
But by doing that, 3,000-4,000 people that already like those things see your things, and that builds. Where, as long as you do things right, you got a good link in bio or a link tree or whatever.
Yes, yep.
So that way that's the top of the funnel. So you're paying so little to get all these attentions. There's so much attention in India, Singapore, China.
Yeah.
You're a nobody
in
America. Everybody thinks, oh, you're just a podcaster. But Korea will look at you and be like, oh, did you see that
This is
Lavish
dope.
Journey?
You right.
This shit is
You
dope.
right.
It's
Yeah.
American culture. They're
Yeah.
talking a whole different
I
perspective.
feel you, man.
So kind of just and taking that same model, not just musicians, but
Yeah.
artists, anybody that's trying to make anything on the internet, you're taking that same piece, that same song, or that same piece of art and putting it into as many different mediums as you can.
Yeah.
Because, like we were saying before on camera, if you have a good video, great. Not everybody cares, but you need audio. Then you need subtitles. Do a whole transcription of that. You got 15 different things off of one pillar piece of content.
I agree.
Your song or your podcast.
Yeah.
But with it back to the musician thing, think about how much more money that is going to a musician's pockets.
A ton of money, man. And definitely money to help them reinvest to make more money, man.
If they're smart, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
also, how many musicians come through this door? My friends, your friends, people you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're broke. They think they're never going to make it, but they're not putting $20, $30 a month behind promoting themselves. They're paying
Yeah.
for studio time or whatever, or whatever it is that they're doing to make their music, buying
Right.
beats and stuff. But how are you going to make money if you're trying to? The best thing that you're trying to promote, you're getting paid 0.00004 cents. There's no money in that. But to have your, like you've heard it for years, have your own masters, have control of your content, to put it out on your own website. There's no reason any musician shouldn't be doing that. You have
I
your
agree.
whole EPK. You used to have to send those out in, like a disc form or whatever.
You know, I just told somebody that. I said, it's not that it's easier to become an artist in today's era, but it's easier to become an artist. I mean, you know what I mean?
I mean,
You know
it's
what I'm trying to say?
definitely oversaturated in
Yeah.
the same way. I mean, I'm a podcaster encouraging everybody else to have a podcast, but there's also
Yeah.
7 billion ears
Yep.
that could listen to it if you find the right market, if you tap into it. Where, I mean, why wouldn't you start a podcast?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you start a website? Like if you're going to do it, I forget who it was. Somebody I was talking to had a really good quote about musicians. If they're going to put their blood, sweat, heart, and tears into music, why not put a little bit of money into marketing? Why not learn the skills yourself so
Right.
you don't have to hire somebody?
Yeah.
Like, again, I should be saying everybody come shop with me. But
Yeah.
by all means,
Come shop with them, y'all. Nah, come shop with them.
by all means, I'd much rather pay a one-time fee for not necessarily a class, but like a walkthrough. Let me come over, sit down. This is what you want to do. This is how you want to set things up. Give you that framework and let you put it to work.
That's
I don't
true.
want to go make updates to your website for whatever amount of dollars per day.
So you want to teach the game, it sounds like pretty
yeah,
much. Like
that's where
teach you the game.
That's where the longevity I feel for content is. Consistently make content, consistently preach and give the game. Go to those different groups and talk to the different people about this is how I do it. This is how people pay me to do it.
Yeah.
This is what's worked. This is what hasn't worked. And not everybody is willing to say, well, I put $100 into this thing and it flopped.
Yeah.
I am. I mean, why not? Like, yeah, I put $100 there, but that lesson there might have made me $1,000 in another endeavor.
Right. We got to take L's though in order to make
Absolutely.
money, man. You got to take risk. I learned that too. I lost a lot of money, but I also gained money with things. You know what I mean?
You don't really lose it. You just learn it. You just spend it in a way you didn't already think you were doing.
Yeah, that's cool too. Shit, it's all about those experiences, man. So, was there ever a moment like you did lose money and you just kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially this Corona thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When I'm trying to market already to a client, a audience that doesn't necessarily have much money to spend, they're relying on that 9-to-5 job to pay for marketing, to
Right.
pay for a website, and that just gets taken out from under them.
That budget.
Like
Yeah.
I was saying before, I was trying not to do any bit of other work, just straight focus on marketing. But I lost 10 clients in 3 days.
Wow.
Just because as soon as they had no job, they knew they couldn't pay for another thing. But my what the fuck type moment was a client fired me because they thought I wasn't spending enough money enough time on their account, and
Were they paying? Nah, man. Go ahead.
they were underpaying.
Okay. All right.
Gave them too sweet of a monthly deal,
Uh-huh.
about a quarter of what I normally charge. But
Right.
I liked what they were doing. They were going to give me full control. I was like, all right,
I feel it.
let me give you my knowledge, take a little bit of money and go. So instead, they fire me and hire somebody that's exclusively marketing PR for their niche. And when I was working for them, each post was getting about 1,500 to 2,000 likes.
That's pretty good.
Their PR person, 5 to 15.
Oh, so yeah. So
So they thought
average
that-
not good.
They thought that I wasn't giving enough value for what their money was. I don't know what they got charged at the other place, but people
Right.
that are industry specific are usually pretty more expensive. and they're getting nowhere near the value that they were. I grew their Facebook account like 14,000% in a month. By using those little tactics. If you write books, if you write scary books, it's an easy thing through Facebook or Google to go and target people that have a Kindle. So you make sure that they have the device that your stuff plays on. Right. The same way for a podcaster. You make sure that somebody likes Spotify or likes iTunes Connect. By finding those things, you already know that they're using it. You're there. Target. Boom. Go worldwide so that your cost is lower. But by finding, if you put $1 a day, that's $30 a month. That's, what, 8 of these, 10 of these?
Yeah.
Don't drink those.
No, seriously.
You know what I mean?
That dollar means a lot, man.
In the same way that people used to look at the stock market of every time you got a paycheck, put X amount of dollars into a stock market or a mutual fund. It's the same way with ads or a website or what have you. Like, we're talking a website. What's your hosting? $10-15 a month? Somewhere in that ballpark?
$12 a month, some shit like that, yeah.
So that's $12 a month. That's 2 wraps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of going out and getting...
Three Starbucks. But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the same thing. Instead of a $5 a day Starbucks, put a $5 a day ad campaign together. And imagine how many more eyes that actually give a shit about what you're doing opposed to just... anybody. You know, you could target into a specific neighborhood if you're a business or a specific niche if you're a content creator. And people don't do it. They talk shit about, Facebook only gives me 3% of organic reach. You don't pay Facebook a dime, so you should be happy that you could reach 3% of anybody. I'm not content with 3%, so I'm going to put a couple dollars behind it so people actually see what I'm doing.
I agree.
And a lot of people with that, why would you just put $5? Nobody gives a shit about a post. I made a thing the other day, I hope you saw it, about vlogging. Kind of, I think I took that from, I was watching one of your things. You know, like, it's not about, nobody gives a shit about what your day looks like. If you had you're brushing your teeth, you had your meal, you go and driving around, nobody cares. But if you could tell a story the way that you kind of pull a lesson out of your vlog each day of, you know, it's about this, or today I learned this by doing this. Like, you're telling a story and using that other stuff just as B-roll, not as that main thing. You're actually getting awareness and building stuff that way.
I'm glad somebody recognized that. Thank you. But yeah, that's true.
I can't come on the show and not know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true though. I like to document. Like, this is gonna be documented. I'll talk about it later. You know, I'm not trying to take every step. Hey, look at this. That's boring. You know, that's cool and that. But yeah, man, I definitely agree with you on the marketing aspect. You do got to push. I actually did ads for a minute. I don't do them no more, but I used to do them. That's how I first started off the Lavish Journey on my personal page. I ran ads and I was getting all these international people. But it was one thing that kind of made me a little query about it. I was like, okay, can they understand what I'm saying?
Well,
it makes you wonder though.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because another portion of when you're going through, and another thing I like to point out, do not boost a post. You are wasting your money if you click boost post.
Let them know why.
It's kind of like you could drive an automatic car or you could drive a manual. Yeah. That's dead, but that's okay. So with an automatic car, it's going to shift gears. It's going to drive like it's supposed to. It's going to do fine. But a sports car always has a stick shift so that you know through the RPMs. Right. You know every click of when you want to do things. You know exactly when to hit the clutch. Right. So the boost post, they kind of just go through your audience. Like, a boost post is good if you're just trying to go to somebody that already follows you. But
so already people that's following you.
Yeah. So a boost post essentially is where I said you're getting that 3% organic. A boost post will get you to 10, 15. Okay. A little bit more depending on how much money you put up behind it. But by going through your ads manager, it's kind of every step of the way. So you have a very good point. A lot of the people that are following my stuff now are from India. But Americans are dumb. We speak one language. Most of the rest of the country speaks whatever they do plus English plus another few things. But they have an option to make sure that they do speak English. Okay. So depending on your content, if you have a multilingual audience, you know, if you're doing a Spanish show or something, you could do English and Spanish. Yeah. But if all of that you talk about is English, exactly, it does you no good to get in front of an audience that doesn't speak English, that doesn't read English.
Yeah, that's what I was going through.
So all you got to do is click English, and they all at least have filed on a form that their main language is English.
I gotta look into that because it made me kind of like, I was getting a lot of views, but I was like, the engagement doesn't feel real. You know, I was one of those people like, are they giving me fake people?
Well, and then, like, kind of, I forget if I mentioned before, but it's not about just getting that like. That like is, you get that serotonin and whatnot, but the whole idea is to get them from a post that kind of gives a blink, the clip note.
Yeah.
Then go to my website for the full article. Because that way I could actually track all that information and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Or same too in the way, don't promote a post that is just fluff.
Mm-hmm.
Have something that has a call to action, that has, as soon as you read, hey, do you live in Cleveland? That sparks that interest of...
so what's a good post people should post in? Like a good marketing scheme you recommend?
If you're doing an ad, video works better than photo.
Okay.
You want to do video about 15 seconds. Boom, get my attention right away.
Yes.
So, I mean, people are just scrolling. We're in a TikTok society of, I want 15 seconds. If you don't have me there, you don't have me at all.
Yep.
But then also have some sort of call to action right at the beginning of your text part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, landscapers.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. Kind of just get their attention either from a boom, audio, visual, color, whatever. But then you have to provide some sort of initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just promote a post because you want more likes on it. You know what I mean?
I want more likes. I'm going to promote this picture of me just sitting here.
Yeah, I mean, if that's how you want your ego stroked, I mean, that's cool. But
some people do that though, man.
It's not the best of investment.
Yeah. I believe in that. Buying pictures. I mean, you got to remember though, in this generation though, as content creators, we always try to say don't focus on likes and stuff. But sometimes I think, me personally, I get wrapped into it sometimes as a content creator. Like I probably of course I'm gonna keep on putting out content, but I'm like, oh damn, this video didn't get that much likes. I wonder why. It makes me kind of readjust my marketing scheme in a way.
I think you need to separate. You need to separate performance with. How do I want to say that? You want to separate where you're like, wow, how come this didn't get likes?
Right.
I look at that more so as an organic post that doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're paying to promote a post, that's where doing an A/B test is fantastic.
Okay.
So, say I just said something great 30 seconds ago. You got a 30-second clip.
Yeah.
Run the same clip, but run it to 2 different audiences, or the same clip with 2 different texts.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, I mean, there's no clip that doesn't have a market, I feel.
Right.
It's just you might not be appealing to the right market.
Mm-hmm.
So the same way that there's no bad music, it's just not the music for you at the right time.
Wow. That's true.
But if something's not performing organically, put $2 behind it and send it to people in California making $55,000 a year. Next week, put $2 towards people in Florida that like hippos.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like you do a lot of those icebreakers. Those are those type of things of
quick stuff.
A quick 1-2 like highlight reel of some weird off-the-wall questions with a little graphic of Lavish Journey.
Yeah.
LavishJourney.com. And
bling bling.
Yeah, like it keeps that interest of like, I don't know what that was, but I want to go see more.
Yeah.
So like you just got to build, like we were saying, you need to build a story, you need to get attention, and from there, that's done. Yeah. Then it's just how many times do you want to work it to try to put it in front of an audience that gives a shit.
That's the key, and that's usually like the hardest part right now. Because me personally, I'm not trying to spend money on marketing right now because I'm trying to do so much other shit. So all my reach is organic. But you know what? I like it though at the same time. It kind of makes me bust my ass to go out here because I do Uber a lot.
Right.
I'm like, hey, watch this. Follow me here. But when I do get more money, I definitely plan on doing some big time organic reach. I think I want to, when I travel around like the states, I'll probably market each state or some shit. I don't know. Marketing is key though. I have noticed that though.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, a thing that came to mind is you could either spend time or you could spend money.
Yeah. I'm time. I'm like...
And I used to be spend the time. But now that I've realized, all right, well, if it takes me an hour to, go talk to 5 different people, or, my average rate is $35 to $45 an hour. So, Rich Man, I always forget the book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or,
I started that book.
You got to finish it. Because something that they say in there is, know what your hour is worth.
Right.
If you could hire somebody for less than that hour, hire them.
Right.
If it's more, that's where you got to weigh the pros and the cons. But where you're happy with organic reach, again, put that latte away, put $3 towards something else, and then that could create that opportunity that sparks it. Like you're saying, if you're going on a cross-country trip, if you're in Ohio, start your promotion for Indiana. Get a buzz, see if you could find any buzz in Indiana, anybody to work with, anybody to go interview, and kind of use that paid promotion, like for my podcast, putting $1 a day behind just a graphic of, are you
Right.
an entrepreneur? Are you an entertainer?
Ooh, that is a attention grabber, man.
And then that gets them to the website to fill out a form,
Right.
which then I have your information.
Mm-hmm.
Then I look you up real quick. I've made it a process to get on the show, and I'm running this one by you. I'm thinking about charging people to be on the show.
Hey, go for
$25 to be on the show.
Mhm.
$25 then goes towards ads. So you're paying to be on the show,
Mhm.
but that also then gives me $25 to then get your story, the best clips out there, to 10 to 20,000 people.
So it's like you give them like a marketing plan. Way you get an interview, and I'm promoting you. I'm putting in work
Right.
to promote you to even bigger audience. I think that's good if they're serious about becoming, being promoted.
Exactly. You're doing such. It's amazing what podcasts do for free.
Yeah.
How much time you spend editing up a video, or sitting down here, spending the time to talk to somebody for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is.
Yep.
Not charging for that. I could charge $600 for all the time that I put into an hour's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But by just making it, also makes somebody that much more committed if they're putting $20 up or whatever.
Right.
To where people have to then understand that it's not just about. No, I'm not trying to make $25 to fucking do whatever.
Just go
but
waste
that
it,
allows then also puts me into X Games mode when I'm
Yeah.
editing, because you're like, all right, well, I got $25. It gives me 5 different campaigns at $5 each, or you could break things up to where if you made 20 clips and put $1 behind each of them, trying to think of numbers. On Facebook, I did I think $5 to $8 to promote the EnviroStar.
Okay, how did that go?
15,000 views in a weekend.
That's pretty good.
Every other one that I've done is about 15,000 views in a weekend at $2 or $3 a day.
Now, when the people get those views, do they actually engage with the content, or is it like that quick just advertisement for you?
You're going to get the majority of them to get you the 3 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
But then you could also, that's the part I missed when you're doing these ads, is, so I get 1,000 comments or 1,000 likes on, say, an Instagram post.
Okay.
You don't just leave it at there. You go through, follow a bunch of the people, and or go and click on their profiles and go engage, start the conversations.
Right.
If they liked one of your posts,
Right.
go look at their profile, like 3 of their things, and give them a encouragement thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Gary Vee thing he said for years, and it fucking works.
Oh yeah, we see it.
When I do that, spend 20 minutes per account per day, I'll get 500 or 600 people either following me or extra people where you're seeing, you're like, oh, I like their stuff the other day, now they're following a bunch more of my stuff. Like, you actually have to be social on social media.
Yeah.
People, like, how many people do you know that have a private profile on Instagram?
I don't get that. Unless they don't have a brand, but I don't get that. I know a lot of people that have brands and their profile is private. Why?
I've done a lot of consultations with people.
Yeah.
I don't know why my Instagram's not growing.
It's
Well,
private.
You have to approve them to see your stuff, which takes 2 days. They're not interested, and they've already gone through enough profiles. They don't care about you anymore.
But listen here though, I want everybody seeing my stuff. I want everybody seeing what I do.
Then you probably shouldn't be posting it to the fucking internet.
But it's my profile. That's how they be though. It's always an excuse. But I see
to
what
me,
you're
that's
saying.
like the same girl that goes out to a nightclub that has a G-string and a bra and is like, why are you staring at my ass? Because it's out there. You post it because you want people to see it. You're defeating the purpose by putting privacy behind a social network. It's called social.
Yeah.
You're there to. If you don't want everybody to see it, don't post it.
Bro, I want them to see my profile, man. Like, well, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I do Uber a lot, and this one guy's like, yeah, I'm an artist and everything. I'm like, oh, cool. Let me get your Instagram. It was private. And I was like, bro, why is it private? Man, I don't want everybody seeing my stuff. I'm like, bro, let's say if I was interested in what you did in your music, I'm going to get turned away instantly. I may send you a request, but it's still going to turn me away. Like, whatever. I'll check on it another day.
Right.
So, I agree, man.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
It's those people, and we talked a little bit about them before, these people that are gurus or experts.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about those.
The other day, there was this lady in the Facebook group, and she was trying to give WordPress advice.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at her stuff, and what she's saying just doesn't make sense. So when I see stuff that doesn't make sense, I'm inquisitive. I go through the profile, kind of follow the links, and see what they're doing. She was some social media expert, brand consultant, or all the different crazy terms. Essentially meaning she's trying to do what I do and help build brands and create wealth for people.
Yeah.
but she had 132 followers on Instagram and like 100 something on Facebook. She had a website. When she's trying to give WordPress advice, she had a Squarespace website, which the social media links in the footer went to Squarespace. Not her stuff.
Oh.
So you're trying to tell people how to start a blog and how to invest their stuff, and you're giving the same, like, I equate it to when the president tries to tell you to inject Clorox. Like, is it a possibility?
Have you tried that yet?
No.
How's it going for you?
I'm trying to live. But
I feel you on that.
I hate people like that because a lot of people are going onto the internet and going to forums and trying to learn.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. Try to build the brand. Try to figure out content marketing. It's hard. There's a lot of information and it changes every day. But these people out here that say that they're, you're not a brand expert if you have 100 followers.
Yeah. No, seriously. I mean, I see you just starting out in a way, but if you're out here trying to charge some real prices, really say you're a brand expert, and I look at your page and I don't see you're posting at least every day or every other day, I'm not going to take you serious on that. And I see you only have like 30 followers. I'm definitely not going to take you serious.
Yes. How are you going to help me build my brand when your brand has so many flaws in it just from the instance?
Exactly. See, for me, I want to do that one day, but me personally, I want to build my brand, show that this shit works. It's working, but I want to, hit that point. Like, okay, it works.
Exactly. and that's why the last time I was here, I preached websites because I know websites true and true.
Yeah.
This time I'm preaching my music philosophy, and I'm preaching ads because, like you said, I spent the time, I spent the money to every one of my posts that I promote is 4,000 to 5,000 extra likes. It's bringing in different leads. It's doing these things.
Yeah, I saw them, man.
I have the data now that shows, look, this is my $1 a day. This is what I do for $3. The different tiers because I've self-tested them. The same way that you trust LeBron James. You've seen him hit 100,000 shots. Throw him the ball. He's probably going to make it.
Yep. Yeah.
I agree. That brings me to another thing I've been working on. Shout out to Scuff Mixon. I had a conversation with him the other night.
Yeah.
We all know that he does some of the best music, if not the best music in Cleveland. Dude keeps new levels after new levels, but he's also an artist.
Yeah.
Like the alien stuff. That's his shit. And I think it's about $150 or so that he charges to do album art. A lot of different artists pick him up because he has his own unique style, and it's great. We were talking, he was doing a mural the other day, and he told me what he was charging for it, and I did the numbers. I was like, that's not enough.
Right.
Flat out, it's not enough. And I've learned that with my own, both marketing, landscaping, all the other business that I've done. If you have skills and people know you have skills, you have to charge more than you think it's worth to you. If you had $100 in your bank account, you have a different value on art than somebody with $1,000 in their bank account.
I agree.
And by not just him by any means, but so many creatives, freelancers, independents, myself included, have undercharged, and then people don't trust the value because you don't trust in yourself to put a high enough dollar on it. So creatives, musicians, that's also why I'm telling musicians, stop fucking streaming, stop promoting Spotify and iTunes, promote your brand. Put money in your pocket. Like you said it best earlier, it's never been an easier time to make money. But you have to put money in to make money. In the same way that organically you're hitting 50 views each, that extra dollar could get you into those eyes of, hey, that guy actually is doing something.
Yeah.
And it gets that
big following.
That next guest that comes in here that shares one thing and it goes on Reddit or whatever and it blows. Exactly.
This right now. Yeah.
So it's meeting the different people and just doing things. So why people aren't investing in themselves, that's kind of the Colin can help thing right now.
Wow. Everything you said, I 100% agree with, man. I 100% agree with.
Everybody agrees with what I say. And it's a Gary Vee thing of...
But they don't do it.
Give your best shit out. And some people will do it. Most people won't. And that in between is my margin for business of... You know what I said is right, but you don't want to put in the time, then it costs the money. Like we said earlier, it's either time or money.
Yeah.
And consistency. Yeah. Which one do you want to put in and how often are you ready to put it in?
That's true.
I mean, you're up to, what episode are you on the podcast now?
Oh, man, we like 143, I don't know, something like that, man.
Right? Most podcasts don't last past 8 episodes. People think it's this big, rich money game. It's not.
Oh no, man! It's really I hate to say a job, but it's a task, bro. Editing, set these appointments, got all this equipment. Like, you got to spend money to do this shit, to improve
Speaking of
it.
equipment, too, you did a fantastic job on the remodel down here.
Oh, I appreciate it,
It's one
man.
of those fun things. I always love to watch that builder mentality of
Yeah.
like, all right, so he's tearing everything down. It's got to be a major renovation if he's shutting the podcast down for a month.
Yeah,
and
man.
then, I mean, it looked like you did almost everything yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, yep. Put up the wall, put up drywall. My first time doing it. My dad did the ceiling, but yeah, I painted, put down carpet. It was a journey, and shout out to YouTube.
Right.
I watched YouTube, and I was like, okay, how to put drywall? Put the nails, nailed it up, and put the mud on.
Right.
How to sand, and it taught me. And shout out to technology for that.
Absolutely.
Like you were saying earlier, that's how you learn shit.
That's about to be me for the next 6 months, buying this old beat up house.
Uh-huh.
It's like where a lot of people. I paid so little for this house in comparison to what people look at houses,
Yeah.
But me, I'd rather put 40 grand into buying a house and put another 40 of my own, exactly what I want, opposed to buying an $80,000 house.
And then you gotta put money into that still.
Exactly.
No
matter what you do.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you start with less bones
Yep.
and build it to your own? Where if it's a podcast studio or a bedroom, or we're about to get chickens.
Right. Y'all about to get some chickens?
We're about to get chickens.
Chickens. That's fucking dope.
Honey, I said it on live and it's recorded. Like, we're getting chickens. Like, it's why people don't do that though.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think it's like 3 chickens. You could get like 6 dozen eggs or something every 2 weeks or something. Like,
Really?
but you could then sell those eggs. You could eat those eggs. You don't have to buy eggs anymore.
Wow. You know what? You are very interesting for that one. That changed the game right there. So how much are chickens, man?
Like $5. Like,
is it hard to take care of? I don't know anything about chickens.
I don't know nearly enough about
okay,
chickens.
Okay.
But, I mean, you build them the little the what do you call it? The little enclosure that they hang out in and do their thing. Kind of fence it in if you want. I mean, they don't really fly much.
I got a question for you. Would you rather be a chicken or a turkey?
Turkey.
Oh, why won't you get turkeys then?
Because I don't really eat turkey, and I eat the shit out of chicken.
Oh, so that's why you'd rather be a turkey?
Yeah, like less people eat turkey, I feel, than chicken.
Really? Yeah, less people do eat turkey. Yeah, you're right though.
And like most chickens in the world are in like a fucked up little like Purdue enclosure, opposed to like turkeys. Really? I feel are more like I see those over on Waite Road.
That is true, man. What's your favorite animal?
I feel like we did this one before. Definitely, I'm a dog person as far as like in my house.
Oh yeah.
Got a shout out to Parker and Kush. But if I was gonna be like a wild animal, I mean, my favorite wild animal would I don't know. I'm gonna go way out. I used to be so afraid of snakes, but like I've been really interested in snakes lately.
Really?
Like kind of taking that fear and like using education. So like, excuse me, opposed to being like, ooh, run away, cry, scream. Uh-huh. Like, oh, that's a black rat snake. They eat mice and non-venomous and like logical instead of freaking out. So
are you going to take a picture with it around your neck?
No, that's my wife, dude. She'll like go and pick up a random snake in the woods. You're like, what are you doing? We're not taking that home.
You ever panicked before? Like, oh, shit.
Oh, I panic all the time.
Really?
And, like, my dogs would just walk right over a snake in the woods and I'll like jump and shriek. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, man.
But like where I used to like shriek and run, now it's like, ooh. All right, what are you?
Oh, so now I feel it, man. You're getting past that, like that fear in the way.
I had a fun post a while ago on the Colin's conversation thing. I was walking through and I was like, oh, today's guest, Snake, Mr. Snake, or something like that. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's not very talkative. Like kind of just like trying to figure out a way to no longer be afraid of a snake. We're like, we don't live in a place where, like, if we lived out west, every snake out there will kill you. Mm-hmm. Now, like in Ohio, like most of them are just an inconvenience if they fuck with you. And humans are afraid of snakes, but most snakes are more afraid of humans. So, like...
Yeah, I do hear that, though. I heard, like, some snakes, as soon as they see you, they go somewhere else. Yeah,
I've heard crazy numbers of, like, if you saw one, then you passed, like, 100 or something.
I've heard. But that's a good thing, shit.
Absolutely.
Stay where you at.
Yeah, I'm learning to like you, but stay the fuck away, snakes. Like, I'm still not, like, no pet. Like, why people have snakes as a pet? Like... What if it breaks through the cage? Like, you just wake up and it's a snake? No.
Yeah, you know me. I'm a free-spirited person, so I really don't mess with snakes too much, obviously. But
even me.
I was doing Uber. This one girl's like, hey, you want to kick it afterwards? I was like, yeah, it's her and friends. I just saw a kick it, y'all. And she had just a snake on her arm. And like you said, it was the pet. Man, I was freaking out, but I was like, wow. This person just walks around with a snake on their arm.
Yeah, that's not okay. There's a mental problem there.
I don't know. But I'm not doing that.
Right. What's it like been the COVID era doing Uber?
Oh, amazing. Speaking of COVID, it's for me, it's whatever. I enjoy doing it. I take my precautions. I got my hand sanitizer. It's been really good, though. It's been very busy because a lot of Uber drivers are scared to drive due to COVID. So I'm like, shit, more money for me.
Right.
So this COVID was honestly a come up for me. Let's say that.
Has it been less demand of people needing rides? Or I think it's kind of shifted from people wanting to go places to now like bring me food, right?
March, Uber Eats and DoorDash was hitting hard, bro.
Right.
Like, boom. But now it's back to normal. It's back to driving.
Right.
Yeah, I guess everything opened up. It's like, they got this. Let's go have fun.
I mean, after, what was it, like 2 months or so? Like, yeah. I've noticed a lot of places, like, especially, like, 30 to 65-year-old white men, we do not wear masks.
Yeah, like, so why don't you wear a mask? Why is that?
Actually, this is another good segue. I got more shit in my bag, man.
Oh, man. Hey, you got some more shit in the goodie bag, y'all.
Yeah, this one still comes back with me, but I wanted to show these off. I'm not about the whole court. Like, I didn't go anywhere. Like, I shut down my show. Like, I was social distancing and things like that. But then, like, after time went on, like, I think of things of rational numbers. Like, a lot of people that were getting this got it and were asymptomatic. The average death of somebody with COVID is older than the average national average of death. So, like, if you normally would die at 75 or whatever the average is, like, it's 77 and above that are dying. So, like, seeing things like that, and, like, I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, and he's the only person that I know that's preaching immunity. Yeah. Build up your health and things like that. Yeah. So, Colin's Conversations is the podcast, and one of the affiliate programs that we're in is Om Mushrooms. You know about Om Mushrooms? Absolutely.
Om Mushrooms. No, tell us about these Om Mushrooms.
So, that is a mushroom powder. They use the whole mushroom, the mycelium, all of that. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different products. This is the reishi, but this one has immune support, longevity, and adaptogens. Adaptogens are what help your cells kind of learn new things. They're adapting. They're fighting things off. They're doing things. So if you go to Om Mushrooms, coupon code Colin's Conversations will save you 20%. Just by knowing about Colin's Conversations. They got a great affiliate program. But having this, my wife hates mushrooms. Her daughter hates mushrooms. So, I want a week throw in this shit in everybody's food and nobody knew.
I was about to say, so how do you eat that? Can you break it down for us real quick?
You could throw it in a smoothie. You could throw it in a pot pie. Throw it in pasta. It's just a powder. So you could even put it in, like I've put it in iced tea before. Yeah. But each one of these things has all sorts of your vitamins, your nutrients, your omegas, different things to like keep your body healthy. Mushrooms have a crazy history. Like Americans were dumb. Like we're like, ew, mushrooms are gross. They come in a can, they're greasy, they're shitty. But like whether it's the psychedelic mushroom, whether it's the Reiki, the turkey, like they're doing things for humans. Yeah.
The power of the mushroom.
There's even speculation that Christianity started because they ate a lot of mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah. You ever seen those?
I have to look this up.
There's documentaries, there's books, there's a lot of, like, I don't want to speak too much because I'll say the wrong thing.
I got you.
Or think about over in India. The cow is sacred.
Yeah.
Where do magic mushrooms come from? Cows. So, kind of shows that they, long time ago, were like, do not let that cow die because it made me feel great after I pulled that mushroom. But, I mean, these aren't going to get you high. They're not going to make you see
things. They probably think, these psychedelics.
No, there's no psychedelics. They're fully legal. They ship to all 50 states. But I'll have this one, and then I've got a couple different ones. They have like a blend for immunity. So by just throwing it into your smoothie or throwing it into anything, it allows you to get extra health.
And that's what we need right now.
And not only immune system, but it's helping the lion's mane. That's great for your brain. Attention. Opposed to, in America, we go for the caffeine, the sugar.
Yeah. Then we talk about me, man.
And I mean, I'm drinking it right here. I'm American.
Talking about me. Yeah, I am. I do love caffeine.
Because it's easy. Yeah, coffee, whatever, it's a quick boost. Where if you were to go with, throw your CBD in something, throw the mushrooms in something, kind of find a way to kind of keep putting all those things together. Then you're good to go.
Speaking of CBD, that gives you energy too?
CBD's not going to give you energy.
I was like, hold on,
what it is going to do is it's going to cut down on inflammation, which is going to make it easier to move.
I got you.
So, again, where we think, boom, take a pill, take a magic pill, you're smarter, you're skinnier.
Oh, yeah.
All those other things. Yeah. No, but if you keep consistent, like we're talking content, consistency, your diet. And again, I'm drinking fucking Mountain Dew, so I'm a hypocrite, but I understand and I'm aware, and each day I try to figure out how do I get less of that and drink more water?
Of course.
Or
Yeah.
I'll, instead of taking 6 of these, I'll make sure I have 1 of those, drink a couple waters,
Right.
throw some mushroom powder in my stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of keep everything well, like it's easier to do routine maintenance than to go back and have to do a operation. And we don't do that in this country.
That's cool, man. That's
why I'm not afraid of COVID is I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm active. And I've heard a lot of the stuff, too, is most of these people that are dying, and actually I think it's like 70% of our country is deficient in vitamin D.
Really?
Something that you can get from milk, go out to the sun. They make pills for cheap, but it's an important part of how your body keeps homeostasis, and we're fucking deficient in it.
Wow. I feel like we deficient in vitamin D and iron in a way, too, they say.
I think that's person to person, but most people are dehydrated.
Dehydration.
Most people are deficient in vitamin D. We're not getting enough of all these things that are readily... Like, think about when COVID first hit. Everything in the freezer section was gone. Fruit...
Ooh, it was out of here, man.
But fruit, vegetables, all that shit was readily available. Nobody was touching them, walking right past to go get the frozen mango.
Now, why do you feel they didn't want to go to the fruits or get fruits?
Because everybody's worried. They're thinking, I got to stay in the house. That's going to spoil. But you could go buy fresh fruit, cut it up, and freeze it.
Right. I
mean, you're worried about a disease. Why would you go for chicken fingers? Delicious. Good reason.
I love chicken fingers. Shout out to Raisin Cane's.
Oh, I forgot you love Raisin Cane's.
Yeah, he doesn't like Raisin Cane's. Oh my god. Overrated. Look, this sauce. You like the sauce though?
I will not touch the sauce.
So you don't like the sauce?
I will not touch the sauce. If Raisin Cane's had barbecue sauce, they're great.
You know, that's your pitch?
Yeah, but you need barbecue sauce. I've gone to the one over on the west side, and they have an Aldi right next door. I'll go to Aldi first, get my $1.50 thing of barbecue sauce, go to Raisin Cane's, and go get your chicken fingers.
But does it taste good after that?
Yeah, it's much better.
Oh, so the tenders are good, though?
Tenders are good. Overpriced, but good.
Yeah, I do agree. Okay, I do agree that the price is a little iffy.
I'm such, like, a cheap person, but, like...
Same.
In the same way, some people see it as cheap. I know what I could get at other places for the same amount of money. And if you could go above that for a similar amount of money, you win. But for that price point of chicken finger, I could go get a lot of them in the freezer section, throw them in the oven, and they're as good or better than a McDonald's or a lot of the other ones.
Oh, yeah, 100% home food.
Or, you know, like the Raisin Cane's, Skeleton Studios. Shout out to Skeleton Studios. Hey. They have a show called Tomato on YouTube. You got to check it out.
Okay.
They kind of go to different places within the city and try out the chicken fingers or dumplings, and kind of the way that they're cinematic and they do everything. It's a real fun show to watch. Ooh. But they did Raisin Cane's. I don't remember who they did it against. I'm
gonna check them out then, man.
Yeah, it's a good show.
So, like, what is your favorite Cleveland foods place or somewhere that you would recommend?
Place. What are we eating?
I don't know. Your favorite place you always go to in Cleveland. That #1 food spot.
I'm not going to go #1. I'm going to go some unknown underrateds.
Go for it.
Express Deli on 150th. Some of the best wraps and sandwiches that you could get.
East 150th?
West.
West 150th?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like right over by like the Brook Park area, I think
that's
at.
Yeah.
Small little tiny place. I think they close at like 5 o'clock. But if you... Pre-COVID, when you were actually allowed to like go into the regular store and stuff, like if you went back and you said that you'd never been there before, they'd put like a full sampler, like you get full as fuck off of like trying the different things.
Really?
But it's all good, and they put it on like the like these good wraps with a little like garlic butter paste. Everything there's delicious. Coffee shop downtown, Port Cleveland. If it wasn't downtown, I'd go all the time, but I hate downtown.
I feel you on that. I love walking down there when I can, but it's like, hard to park.
Parking is a bitch. Like, Port Cleveland is great, but if I'm going to spend a lot of money on coffee, I'd just go to Starbucks. I'm in and out, boom, boom, boom. Not like I got to pay $8 in a garage to go across the street or whatever.
Like, you recommend me Port Cleveland. I looked it up. I was like,
if you're downtown. If you're already in the area, by all means go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like, it's, you know, a lot of things. It's a destination. If you're going to go kind of piggyback a few things, it's worth it.
I agree.
What other underrated things do we got?
All right, pizza place. Let's go to that. Let's go to that category. Who has the best pizza in Cleveland?
Tony's Pizza, hands down.
Tony's Pizza.
Willoughby, right over where Giant Eagle used to be.
I never heard of Tony's Pizzas before.
It's a one-man shop. Good pizza. It's $10 large, unlimited toppings all year round. Other than that, like, you know, your big names like Danny Boy's or Angelo's in Lakewood. But lately, man, I've been eating a lot of Domino's because I'm getting fat and it's easy and it's $8.
You know what? I'm kind of disappointed you didn't say Guy's Pizza.
I don't fuck with guys.
Oh no!
I might start though because
No.
we're moving to Euclid and there's a guy's like right up the street.
Yeah, that's about to be your favorite place now.
No, but like I'm kind of picky with pizza. Like it's I don't do the thin crust.
Oh no, I don't like thin crust.
Like,
that doesn't fill me up, man.
I don't like thin and I don't like deep. It's got to be like the hand tossed, like enough, like not doughy but doughy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tony's Pizza is go to. I mean, like I said, $10 unlimited toppings, can't beat them.
Wow. Yeah, I go to Guys. That's my go-to in Cleveland for real. Guys Pizza.
You do Angelo's in Lakewood?
Angelo's in Lakewood. No.
You got to.
But can I buy a slice though? I only get sliced pizza. I'm cheap. You know, I'm really cheap, bro.
I'm fat. I don't know.
Oh, see, yeah. If they don't got slices, I turn around, man. Because every time I go somewhere, you guys got slices? No. Sorry.
Well, that's where the entrepreneur in you have to be. Just get the large, go outside and film something. Be like, oh, $2 slices. I got slices.
Hey, you know that could. You're right though.
Or just keep it in the front seat when you're doing Uber. Like, hey, I got slices.
You know it, and those people, they're always drunk and having a good time, and they would definitely buy a slice.
There you go. Be like, give me an extra $5 tips. You get 2 slices.
For sure. Who is an artist this year that caught your attention?
You already know I'm supporting the same group of everybody.
Like somebody new though that caught your attention in 2020, who just came about on the way.
I'm gonna amend that, and he's been around for a long time. I don't think he's been on your show. Curly Chuck.
Oh yep. I'm hip.
Definitely, he's got some stuff coming out that I've kind of heard a few sneak peeks. He's another one. He's kind of just been avalanching of just building on momentum. Nuke Franklin's got some stuff coming out soon. Looking forward to that. I mean, I keep the same group, but I like them because they make consistently good music. Well, where you're like, which one this year? You know what I mean? Like, there's not too many new, like, I've never heard of them that's on my radar, you know?
Yeah.
Who else have I been listening to? I feel like there's obvious choices.
Yeah, you know what? That's one thing about music. It's always a tricky question why I ask people that, because there's so many different people we listen to on a daily basis, but it's hard to like pinpoint a few.
What's my most recently listened to? Yeah, locally, everybody I mentioned is all the ones that are in here.
Yeah, good artists, by the way, man.
Yeah,
great artists.
Oh, I lied.
Uh-oh.
My bad, Blockhead. You know Blockhead too, don't you?
Who's Blockhead?
Blockhead Johnny.
I'm not hip.
I feel like you guys know each other.
Really?
I feel like
we probably do know each other. Probably so.
But that's a good segue to promote some more shit. Audio-needs.net is a project that I've created because I feel there's a big market for this idea of, again, I'm trying to build money for artists, help content creators, and kind of like fill 3 needs at once. Where Blockhead is a great example. He's a great producer. He's a great rapper. But I give an option of either split royalties 50-50 or I'll buy your music and then I keep royalty money for it. But the idea is to have a collection of music that's available on a website that a content creator like you could go and either download a free song or download for 50 cents or $1 or cheap, $4 or $5, whatever, depending on the amount of content. But then you get to use that in your videos, your podcast, all of that. To where that way musicians get money. You get affordable things. And like I said before with the idea of the podcast is I'm not making a ton of money off this because I'm taking every penny that I get and putting it into promotion, putting it into the website, new features, new things like that. But I kind of feel the ability to get more producers like Blockhead. I bought 4 or 5 beats from him last week. A lot of people don't sell that many beats.
Yeah.
But if I could get money together, buy these beats, get a portfolio, somebody like you goes on.
I see, yeah.
And then even then, I might make a couple off of what I bought, but then you're like, oh, I like this artist. You go look them up. Or on the website, we have the featured artist page. So then you find them, and it creates, again, that tumble effect.
And how much, let's say for me, for instance, I'm a content creator. I do vlogs and everything. Let's say if I just want a smooth beat. How much could I pay for one? Through you?
Pull Audio Needs up.
I would do it on my computer, but it may mess up. Yeah.
Right now, there's a couple Blockhead Johnny beats that are 50 cents.
Oh, okay. So I could buy for 50 cents.
Right. You go right on. You could either pay through credit card or PayPal. But
I'm about to search it right now, y'all. Audio-needs.com.
Audio-needs.net.
Audio-needs.net. How long did it take you to make this website?
Not too long. but it also has streaming on it. So you could download songs, you could buy songs, you could stream songs. But again, it's the whole idea is to connect music people with people that need music.
Right.
It's not just. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I have one bar.
Sorry, I got one bar too. That's what happens when you do shit in the basement.
Oh, who's your phone provider?
We got Verizon.
I got Sprint. You know, T-Mobile's about to take over Sprint very soon.
That doesn't mean anything to me. Verizon. I hate Verizon with a passion, but they work all throughout the country.
Verizon is really good though.
Yeah, like I don't drop phone calls, and like other than like when I'm in the basement, you know, right. I get pretty good stuff. But
you just shout them out. Verizon, he needs a sponsor.
No, I don't need Verizon as a sponsor, but like that own thing, dude. Like it's amazing when you could find a good affiliate program, what you could do with it.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
Like not only does the consumer that uses my code get 20% off, but I'm making 30% off that purchase. Mm-hmm. Last month I had $200 from selling 10 bags of mushrooms.
That's pretty good, man.
You can't even make that selling illegal mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know, like there's not that much profit in illegal drugs. So when you could find a product that's helping people, that gets them a discount because they know you, and then I get money, and then on top of that, that company still makes money. Right. That's what all of my endeavors are always about, is just finding. I don't need $100 off of every person, but if I could consistently get $10 or $1, like that builds. And if everybody's getting that, then everybody around you has more, and it's, you know, build everybody, build the community.
That's what it's all about, man. I like how you said. That's very well said. In fact, that's what I'm trying to do too. Just build a community of just great people. And we all just find a way to eat, you know, because it's enough for everybody. I always tell people this all the time. There's enough for everybody out there to win and do all this shit. That's why you tell people how to do things. Like how you say, hey, get a website, you know what I mean? Because you know it's enough for everybody. Not trying to be a greedy, like, hey, you know, I'm trying to take your money. It's like you're trying to help people grow. See? No.
So this is the jam. This is available for 50 cents. It's a 3-minute, 38-second song. Great for anything.
Yep.
But again, I'm helping the community by like these ones I bought this and like 2 other ones straight off from Johnny, where you could download this, use it 100 times, and it costs you 50 cents.
Will I get copyrighted?
You're allowed to use it.
Okay.
You get the full. Right. And like again, that's the whole purpose of this is to give. I get the rights, and then I give you the rights.
Oh, I get what you're doing now.
Yeah, okay. It's not an exclusive thing, so everybody that buys that could use it.
Can use it, yeah.
But that way, for 50 cents, or you spend $1.50, you get 3 beats.
Right.
You're winning. Or I think 20 or 30 on there for free from Jeremiah Craig. So it allows somebody to get that base catalog. And as I get more connections, and it's amazing too how many people don't want to take the 50-50 option.
Yeah.
Where it will cost you nothing to put it on. And a lot of people don't. Where that's where I kind of originally had that mentality. But I was like, all right, if nobody wants to put 50-50, let me see what they want for that beat, then I'll take the whole thing.
Take the whole thing, yeah.
You know, so then that's, you know, it might take a long time to make for 50 cents.
That's genius though, man.
Yeah, and it's the same way that I do with, I sell hosting, I sell domains.
Yep.
Hosting.colincanhelp.com. I could make a lot more money by raising the rates,
right?
But I make sure that I cover my cost, make a couple dollars, but then you're getting your hosting for $12. I'm still making $2 or $3 every month. If you get 10 people, that's 20 or 30. You know, building off the volume opposed to why try to rip one person for as much as you could get. Let everybody eat.
That's true.
Because then,
that's true.
If you bought a website and then you find out that I got something like this going on, you're like, oh, I need music for a video. Let me go check that out. And you're like, he's taking care of me. He's been honest. He's given me all the game. Fuck yeah, I want to support him.
Yeah.
In the same way that you give people game, they're like, oh, here's some music. Use it on your podcast.
Yep. Hit with some game, y'all. That's some game right there you just gave him.
Always.
But yeah, definitely, man. You know, I'd like to thank you once again for coming back on the show, bro. And dropping gems.
That's what I'm here for. You should be able to get about 100 clips out of any interview.
Oh, man. As you were speaking, I was thinking about here, content.
Absolutely.
Man, hey, great minds think alike, man.
Absolutely.
So where can everybody find you at social media-wise? This is the promotion part.
I think I've mentioned it a few times, so I'll keep plugging it.
Go for it.
Anything marketing, anything business, Colin Can Help, at Colin Can Help on all of them, or colincanhelp.com. The podcast is Colin's Conversations, available on all platforms, but go to colinsconversations.com. That way you not only get the audio, but you get video, you get the kind of the backsplash of, you know, this is what happened while on my way to an interview, kind of like the documentary of it.
Yeah.
We got audio-needs.net for the podcasters, content creators. That's still kind of just getting up and running. So the only downside of trying to run 5 different lanes is even if you spend an hour a day on each project, like it kind of takes a while to build them. That's only limitation is its catalog, which is continually growing. But yeah, that's about all of them. And YouTube, everywhere. Colin Can Help or Colin's Conversations.
For sure. And last but not least, what is your goal for 2020?
2020 is to not go bankrupt. Get this house together. That's going to be a fun one. I'm doing, like I said, it's the same way you did your basement.
Mm-hmm.
I got a house from 1917,
Mm-hmm.
so it's got a lot of updates.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm tearing out a basement. I'm tearing out a bathroom. I'm knocking down a garage. I'm learning how to do what is it called, spasha, whatever the shit across the gutters that he holds the gutters up. Why pay somebody when I could learn to do it? I have tools. You know what I mean? It's kind of just
it's like the same shit.
Learn different things. Like you learned how to do this, the drywall.
Yeah, I was gonna pay somebody. That's gonna cost a ton of money. Yeah, and I was like, fuck.
That was a big thing with buying the house. Is what do you know about escrow?
Nothing.
The dumbest fucking concept in the world.
What is it?
So you buy a house and the outside point of sale, the city goes around and tells you everything that's wrong with the house that you have to then put those things in your name and fix them. Well, escrow is a certain amount, and every city is different. Mm-hmm. Luckily, Euclid, where I'm moving to, since I'm buying the house outright, it's a 25% escrow. But that means if $4,000 of things need to be repaired, I got to give the city $1,000 to hold for 6 months, that they then give back after all those things pass.
Oh, I get it.
Tell me that's not dumb. Why not let me keep that $1,000, put it towards more projects?
Right.
Or if you live in Shaker, it's 125%. So if it's $10,000 of repair, what is that? $12,500 that you got to give.
Is that to make sure you get the stuff fixed, though?
I guess.
I guess that's how they get us, though. They get their money.
I mean, they get that, or like for my garage, I got to get a demolition permit and a dumpster permit.
Oh, yeah.
Why not put the dumpster within the demolition? Who's demolishing shit that doesn't need a dumpster?
True. Hey, that's
but at the same time,
about, to be honest,
they jack you there. But that's why people like you and me, you learn to do it yourself. So you'd be like, all right, well, you have to do a contractor to come give you these estimates too. Where like, luckily, I know contractors, so I had one that I know. I need my price, not what you'd get somebody else. I need my price because the lower number I could come up with from a general contractor is less that I got to give the city to hold on.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You're saving money.
Not only that, but then I'll take that, and then all I need is materials. Because why pay him $50 an hour, $100 an hour when
you can do it
for his 2 hours? I'll buy the ladder that
the tools and everything. No, seriously,
exactly.
And you're gonna always use those tools again afterwards.
Exactly. So that's where it's all about buying assets, whether it's music, websites, a hammer. You know what I mean? Buy shit, learn how to use it, and put a price tag on it later.
Dang, man, I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's pretty dope, though. And I agree, you do gotta do your own shit. That's for anybody out there. I know sometimes, like you said, it's two ways. Either you're gonna pay somebody to do it,
right? Or
you're gonna take the time out to do it yourself.
And you got to find that balance of both. That's where you got to know what your hour's worth. Whether you're charging that just whatever you feel your hour's worth. Whether it's 120, whether it's 10. But if you could get it for less, pay somebody. But other than that, go learn. And then charge. Like when I was doing landscaping, it used to just be grass. Then you learned how to do this. Now it's like, oh, I've done flooring at another place. You need a floor done. Like, go get a couple quotes from somebody else. So I don't know what it's worth. Then you tell me the quotes. I'll beat it, and you make the money. I mean, in a time where the government's telling you can't go to work, you got to make anything that you can.
A lot of people said that. They say this quarantine brought the hustle out of a lot of people.
It either brought the give up or the hustle, I think.
But over here we hustling. But yeah, that's true. That's true, man. Some people gave up, but hey, if y'all gave up, you still got time to come back and hustle.
Absolutely.
Immediately. But that's pretty dope. I got to install for the new game. You ready?
What's that?
I'm going to say a word, and you got to say the first thing that comes in mind.
Got it.
Camera.
Bag.
Colin.
Can't help like a motherfucker.
Earth.
Is not flat.
Life.
Is good.
Tomorrow.
Is better than today.
Thank you so much for coming to the show, my brother.
Thanks for having me on, man. We'll have you on mine once we get the new studio set up.
Let's get it then, man.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching or listening to Lavish Journey podcast, where we create, inspire, spread greatness. We out of here. Ready for the picture? Let's get it.
I'm already there.
We good.